Hey y'all, I'm in the kitchen today and I'm going to be making gift baskets for friends and family members and co-workers. And one of the things that I'm going to be putting in those gift baskets or bags or boxes or whatever I decide to put it in is a hot cocoa mix. I'm going to put them in jars, and I have been collecting my spaghetti sauce jars all year long for this. Now, I will use a couple of regular mason or ball jars that I have, but for the most part, I'm going to be using my Ragu spaghetti sauce jars to upcycle, recycle, whatever you want to call that. So I have bought these cute little ornaments. They say Merry Christmas and hot chocolate. And you get these as a set from Amazon, pretty cheap. I'll put a link down below for these. And then they each have a little hole. You can see the little hole here. And you can just tie these on a string around your jar, and somehow, unless you can come up with a better way to attach it than what I've come up with. I usually make these at least every year. And I don't follow the traditional rules that people may follow when they make these hot cocoa jars, because they like to layer all the ingredients to be a brown white, mixed thing, and I don't do it that way. But anyway, I will show you my recipe and how I do these jars. So let's get started. I'm just going to boil a few lids. I think I have enough cocoa mix made to do about 5 more jars, so I'm going to boil these lids and get any remaining residue out of them that might possibly be there. We don't want the cocoa smelling like some sort of spaghetti sauce. They have been soaked and scrubbed, but this is one last boil before I paint them. Just going to get a quick coat of spray paint on these lids, make them more Christmas and less Ragu. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm starting with 3 cups of the powdered milk. I've already got 2, and this one will be my 3rd. So there's 3. Now I'm going to do 3 cups of sugar, 2, 3 cups of unsweetened cocoa. There's a little bit left in this one, so I'm going to go ahead and finish using it. That's 1. 2. And the rest of my can is going to be 3. So I used a little over, this is an 8-ounce can, and I used a little bit of another can, so about 1 1/4 cans of cocoa. Now I'm going to do 1 1/2 cups of marshmallows. Actually, I think I'll do 2 cups of marshmallows. And I'll do 2 cups of chocolate chips, which again is a 12-ounce bag. Dump the whole bag in there. Now we're going to mix this all up. Yes, I know you've seen the jars where they're separated, but that's not very practical, because you go to reach in and spoon out some hot cocoa and you have nothing but marshmallows and chocolate on top. So I just mix it all together so that people can spoon it straight from the jar. I'm all about practicality. So I'm going to finish mixing this all up, and then I will be back. Insert music. Now I'm just going to take my funnel and put it in my jars that I have chosen and start filling up my jars. We're not canning this, so just fill it up to the top. Oop. And just keep repeating that until you run out of mix. Alright, so I'm going to get the cocoa off the rim. I do want it to look nice. And we're just going to put the lid on there. And then I bought a package of squares off of Amazon. They're already pre-cut because I'm not concerned about doing them round. That's the Elliott plaid right there. My granny would be proud. So I'm just going to pick a color. So I'm going to do black and white on one. And then on the other one, I will do this one. Just set that on there. Center it on your jar. And then just put your lid on. There we go. There's one. Do the second one. Put so they'll know it came from us, although I'm pretty sure they'll know already just by seeing it. Which one did I choose? That one, and I'll choose this one. All right, so I have some twine here. I'm going to feed it, actually let's cut that little end off. I'm going to feed it through the little hole here that's already in the ornament, which is always easier said than done. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, got it through there. Of course it's split. See, do I edit that out, or do I just let y'all see that it's not as easy as it always looks on camera? Alright, it's splitting. Alright, got it through. And I'm just going to take this and tie it around the jar. So measure how much I need. tie it in a knot. You can cut as much of the ends off as you want. There's that one. I made a mess on the counter. Phew. Threaded the second one. I'm just going to wrap that one. And there we go. Cut the little ends off. And there we go. Cute little gift for co-workers or family members, teachers, whatever you want to do with them. And here's the other one. So not only do they get cocoa, but they get a cute little ornament to hang on the tree as well. Alright, so I've got 3 of my Ragu jars here. As you can see, the funnel doesn't fit, but I'm going to try it anyway. I think it'll make it easier if I hold it on there than just trying to make it in the jar without the funnel. I don't know if I said so earlier or not, but if you want to layer your ingredients, go ahead. It's just that when people go to make the hot cocoa, they have to dump the jar out into something so they can mix all the ingredients up. So that's why I do it this way. All right, got that one. Just kind of wipe the cocoa powder off the top, put that lid on. And I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then I will be back to finish up these Ragu jars. Made a bit of a mess, but we'll clean it up later. So I got 2 jars out of what was left, 2 big Ragu jars. And now, just like with the other one, I'm going to pick one of my materials. Just pick one. Put that one. I think that's 2. Is that 2 or is that 1? Yeah, it's 2. Put that on top. I'm going to go ahead and make these match. Use my twine. Yeah. Pick out a couple of my little ornaments here. Don't want them to match. String it through the hole. And I'm going to wrap it around. If you have greenery or something, that would be pretty to add to it as well. It'd be nice if I had someone to hold these while I tied it. Just tie it in a knot, and then a little bow. Cut any extra strings off. And there's that one. Do this one. Actually, I'm going to switch my colors. I don't know what I'm thinking. Can't have them both the same color. that one on there. Pull that cloth down to tighten it up a little bit. Arrange it if you need to before you finish your bow. Oops. Don't pull it off like I did. I'd have Tommy holding this on here, but he's at work still, so gotta do it by myself. Putting a little dot from a glue gun on there would help hold that cloth on there if you don't have the patience to sit here and mess with this. Alright. Alright, there we go. So there's the second one. Here's those two. I think they turned out cute for a mostly recycled. For the jar was no cost, and these are very low cost. So there you go. Very cute. Very economical. And they should get several cups of hot chocolate or cocoa out of those. So there you go. I've got about, let's see, about 16 more to make. So I'm going to get to making those. So thank you guys for joining me today while I make some of the Christmas gifts and jars that I'm going to be making. I hope this was somewhat helpful to you. I'd be curious to know what kind of gifts and jars you guys make. So anyway, leave a comment below if you do make some. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.